what you were saying about how you kept a separate log. That was really neat. That's actually something I've done myself before, because a lot of work is not captured. I think in some of these more traditional templates and project plans and that kind of stuff, things are not captured. And you're right, when it comes around to performance review time, people are looking around at you like, well, what did you do? And if you don't know yourself what you did, then you don't get any of that credit. Now, we love to sound altruistic, and we love to say, oh no, we're doing all the work for the team and it's all we. But that's not what happens when it comes to review time, because everybody wants to know, what did you do? Exactly. And so, yeah, you're right. Sometimes you have to keep track of that for yourself. So I really like what you said. I've done it myself. I know it works.
Thank you. It does.
So with that being said, let's move on to our next time. And so let's answer that question. What is emotional intelligence?
Okay. So, of course, emotional intelligence is being able to understand and control.
Is that for Stephanie?
Oh, I'm sorry, Annette.
Hold on, that's for anybody. Go ahead. You started off, Stephanie, and then we can just elaborate. Go ahead.
All right, there we go. Okay. So for me, emotional intelligence is being able to understand where another person is in their emotions and feelings and their mood, being able to recognize that energy that's going on in the room or in that conversation between you and two people, and just being aware of it and knowing how to control the mood in the conversation based on what you're feeling and what you're seeing from that person.
So now, Annette, you wanted to elaborate on something?
Not necessarily. I think that was a good definition. I would say that, when you're paying attention to the other person, because usually when we talk about emotional intelligence in the professional environment, we're not really talking about our own emotional intelligence. Really what we're talking about is, we are to some extent, but we're really focusing on how do you engage with another person so that you can gain the most information from them. You can gain the information that you need to carry forth with the project or the project or the elicitation of the requirements and that kind of stuff. That's really what we're talking about when we talk about emotional intelligence in the workplace. So I would say that not only are we paying attention to what that other person is doing, but we would also talk about paying attention to where the other person's motivations may be coming from. People have different motivations, and sometimes they're motivated by a status, sometimes they're motivated by money, sometimes they're motivated by popularity, sometimes they're motivated by actually just doing what the customers need them to do. So we have to understand what motivations are, not just from a organizational perspective, but also from a personal perspective.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Stephanie. What is the active part of being a business analyst when you're doing your normal functions in business analysis? How do we apply emotional intelligence? What does that got to do with business analysis?
Ooh. Well, a really good, effective business analyst has a rather high emotional intelligence level, and they use that in order to it could be to relate to the stakeholder in order to gather the requirements. For instance, like Annette said, if you understand where their motivation is coming from, let's say you have somebody in a sales-driven position. Well, their goal is their sales goal. They need to get to that certain dollar amount. So when they come in the room, they may be a little bit more aggressive and they may say, we need this done now. And I need it to look like this to my customers. And I might say, whoa, it's going to determine how I respond depending on my emotional intelligence level. So for me, if I already know that that's the role that this person possesses, well, my emotional intelligence level will tell me that, and I know, okay, I understand exactly what you mean, and I know where you're coming from. I understand, and give them that feedback to make them feel that you understand them and not that you're just bluffing them, but pull out specific examples when they tell you. If they say, this is causing my